People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked.
Hello and welcome back to the Sunday Special. We're reading Hellboy Omnibus Volume 2, Strange Places. So we're on to the second omnibus for Hellboy. And we'll see what goes on in this guy. Well, those guys look vaguely familiar. And we've got a few stories here. Looks like our first one's kind of short. That's good. I mean, we may go further than that, actually. Well, no, because the next box full of evil looks like it's really long. Maybe a short one today. Alright. Okay. I don't know if anyone's actually speaking. Oh, someone is speaking. A priest in Spain. Hellboy. I knew you'd come. Sounds... I don't know. We'll just go with it. The doctors... No, I'm just kidding. The doctors say, I don't have much time left. That sounds too Russian to be Spanish. There's something wrong with my brain. The doctors say I don't have much time left. But I knew you would. But I knew if I were you, you would come. You're Adrian Frost? Yes. And your father was? The last man. The man who spent the last 8 years of his life trying to have you destroyed. Professor Malcolm Frost. Yeah. Kill it! It's a demon come from hell to destroy us all! It looks more like a little boy. Hellboy. December 23rd, 1944. And my father spent most of 1944 traveling, doing research. Then he devoted himself to the United States government. Then he devoted himself to convincing the United States government that you were too dangerous to be allowed to live. He failed completely. In 1952, when the United Nations granted you an honorary human status, it ruined him. He didn't live long after that. I'm sorry, but it's important that you understand something. He wasn't an evil man. He was just afraid. Did he have a reason to be? He burned most of his papers before he died. But I found this tucked away in his Bible book of Revelations. I've never seen writing like this anywhere. That's old Lemurian. Trevor Broom taught me to read it when I was a kid. It was sort of our secret language. This says, behold the right hand of doom. Pardon me while I take a drink. And I looked down into the end of the world, and I saw the beast, and in his right hand was the key to the bottomless pit. And the asterisk says that is a quote from Pope Sylvester II in 999 AD. Yeah, I've heard that one, but I've never seen anything like this. I have no idea where he found it. I've never shown it to anyone, and now it's yours for a price. Yeah? I want to hear your story. It's not a confession, you know. It's just my life. I appeared in a fireball in an old church in England. Then they took me to a New Mexico Air Force base where I grew up really fast. September 3rd, 1946. And in 52, I joined the Bureau for Paranormal Research and Defense. And everything was great. Then 4 years ago, a frog monster killed Trevor Broom, and Rasputin showed up. It turns out the history books are wrong. The Mad Monk didn't die back in 1916. He just got crazier. He claimed that he was responsible for bringing me to Earth, that I was to command the powers that would destroy the world. Well, we won a few rounds over that. At the end, he said, "If you kill me, you will never know who you are." Fine with me. I didn't want to know. Sorry, guys. But it was too late. He put the bug in my ear. I got curious. I went back to the church where I had first reappeared, and I slept there. I dreamt of an old woman on her deathbed, repenting her life. As a witch, it didn't do her much good. Save me. After she died, a demon came to claim her, saying that she was going to have a child, a son. My favorite son. He was looking right at me. That's what I get for being curious. I went back to work, and things were okay until I ran across the goddess Hecate. You know, if I knew how to do a Greek accent, I might do that for Hecate. But, oh well. You cannot escape your destiny. Blah, blah, blah. Already the four horsemen are loosed in the world. It is for us to darken the sun, turn the moon to blood, and to put out the stars. I thought I'd kill her too, but later that night she came back. This time as a sort of giant iron maiden. Destiny. She chewed me up. Oof. I forgot about that. And sent me to a very dark place. I heard a voice tell me it was my job to deliver the world back into chaos. That I was born for this. And that I'd better get started, or I was going to die right there. Right then, right and there. I said something along the lines of, "Screw you." That's my goddamn life. I'll do what I want. And if you don't like it, if you don't like that, kill me. If you can. And I didn't blow up the world. And I didn't die. And now you think maybe you're off the hook? Well, how can that be? What about the hand? What if I cut it off? And what would you do with it? Where would it be safe? What if it were used? Apparently this is something Hellboy's thinking, maybe. Anong Onarama. It's your burden, my son. I'm sorry. It's your burden, my son. It's your burden, my son. Sorry. As Matt loses voices. It's your burden, my son. Yeah. I don't think there's any way for you to be rid of it. I'm sorry. Rest assured your story is safe with me. Thanks. I am glad to have met you. I wish my father well. Sure. God bless. Oh, I'm glad to have met you. I wish my father well. Sure. God bless and keep you, my son. Go in peace. Hand of Doom. Jeez. I'm thinking that may be the end of this one. Oh, no, here's the end. What a life. Alright, and that's the end of today's episode. It's a short one, but it was a good one. And kind of a recap to the last novel we went through. So we'll see you next Sunday, I hope. Until then.
All right, yeah.